When you're starting your Shopify store, you cannot afford to leave money on the table. That's why today I'm going to go over the best time-saving, money-saving apps that I've found in my 5+ years of being on Shopify. Hi, I'm Christina Scalera, and I help you turn your services into digital download products that you sell successfully through your online store. One of the best parts of using Shopify is the native ecosystem that they have developed and encouraged app developers to get into. Really, the only problem with Shopify apps is that there's so many of them. That's why today I'm going to break down the ones that you absolutely have to have in order to turn your shop into a cash generating machine like an ATM. As a quick note, I know a lot about apps because my shop was actually featured as one of the top award-winning shops of 2019 by Bold Apps, which is one of the biggest developers of apps on the Shopify ecosystem. Two of the apps from Bold that we use in my online shop to create extra sales without doing any extra legwork. The first one is called Bundle and the second one is called Upsell, and these work in really similar ways, but they are two different apps. The way they work is they tell someone who's shopping on your site what previous customers have purchased with what that current customer is trying to decide on buying. For example, if someone's looking at my coaching contract template in the contract shop, and they want to add a terms and conditions or privacy policy, that would go really well together. And so Bold Apps is going to use their AI to generate a report basically on the page in a very beautiful, well laid out way that shows the customer who is considering one product that they should probably consider the second product too. As you can imagine, that helps to drive our shop sales up because we're already automatically recommending the best products that fit and bundle with each other. Another app I use is called Enquire with an E. And I love this app because right after a customer checks out, they actually are prompted to fill out a survey question. And I only have one, you can add more, but I just think having one is enough to ask of people. And our survey question right now asks people how they found out about my shop. And that's actually something we've kept up for a few years now. I've switched out the questions every now and then, but I have that particular question because as social media and trends change, I'm able to see where more of our customers are coming from. And I know that Shopify has really good analytics and insights, and these have definitely improved in more recent years. But it also really helps because sometimes the Shopify analytics are just a little bit off or they don't give us as much data as we need. And so we can compare what the customers have said according to their Enquire survey post-purchase and what Shopify has told us about that customer. And most of the time they line up, but every once in a while it'll say something like a customer found us through a Google search, but they actually found us through a friend. And that friend is a good affiliate of our shop, so we want to promote that affiliate more. Therefore, it's really helpful to find out exactly where our customers are coming from. So I would suggest starting with a question like that, using a survey software that asks them a question post-purchase like Enquire. Another app I have integrated in my Shopify store is called Bonjoro. And I think I have a special code for you guys that gets you a discount because I'm an affiliate, but I love this app. I use it all the time, or actually I should say my customer care team uses it to surprise and delight our customers with a customized video that thanks that customer for their purchase. And our customers really appreciate the extra step that we take to just say hello and introduce a face of our customer care team behind the brand. If you're not familiar with Bonjoro, it's just an app that creates a list of customers or subscribers, whatever you would like to create a list of, and then you can go in there or a team member can go in there and look at that list, tap a button, make a little video for someone on that list, say whatever they want. Usually ours are something like, thanks so much for your purchase. We hope you found everything okay. If you have any questions, email us, and then our email address. It's just something super short and simple, but most importantly, acknowledges them by name because as we all know in marketing, someone's name is the sweetest sound they will ever hear. Another app I have integrated is called TaxJar, and this is really helpful because state tax laws are changing all the time in the United States and abroad, and TaxJar is an app that helps me to figure out how much sales tax, if any, I should be charging because digital products are so unregulated right now. If you are considering selling digital products, I highly recommend you check out TaxJar and see if they have a plan that fits you because they can help you to figure out that you should be charging sales tax That way you don't end up with some kind of big bill later on that you weren't expecting. Another app I use regularly on my Shopify store is called Rewind. And this is basically like a hard drive for your online store so that if anything were to happen, Shopify were to go down, you have a developer that accidentally crashes and erases your site, Rewind actually stores a backup of that. So I know that at all times our shop is automatically backed up. In the event of a breach or an erasure like that, we would only lose about a week of content, maybe less. And then finally, my favorite Shopify app is called FOMO. There's another one called Proof. There's a lot of these out there, so choose the one that is the best fit for you. But basically, these are those little squares that you see pop up in the bottom left hand of your screen or at the bottom of your mobile feed, and they tell you that a customer just bought what product and where. And you can actually click through and see what people are buying and click through to that product listing. Using this app, people are able to see what others are shopping for and what was recently purchased, just kind of giving them some ideas, a little bit of peer pressure to get them engaged and buying from you sooner rather than later. And I love using this not just on my shop, but on my landing pages for any kind of squeeze page for a freebie or a webinar that I might be doing, just to remind people that there are a lot of others signing up for my stuff and that it is in demand. It's not just a static website that sits here, but it's actually being currently engaged with. So this is an app that shows my customers or potential customers how many people are on my site, what was recently purchased, and gives them some ideas for what they might want to purchase. Plus, it has that added peer pressure element of seeing that other people in your industry are getting ahead of you, and so you're more likely to make a purchase from my shop. I've only covered a handful of apps here today. I actually have 7 that I highly recommend that I put in a helpful checklist for you. Some of them I've covered today, some of them I haven't. So make sure you click the link below this video to get that checklist. It's totally free. If you're just getting started with Shopify, there's a video that just popped up on your screen. Make sure you click that because it is the next perfect step in your journey. I'll be back next week to teach you how to create your best digital download product yet.